to pluck or not to pluck the hair in your dog's ears. Let's talk about it in this episode of the Grooming by Rudy podcast. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Grooming by Rudy podcast. As always, we are your hosts. I'm Rudy V, along with Anthony Ray. And guys, we're just so happy to have you here with us. We had such a good response from the first episode, so we figured let's try it again. So yeah, hope you guys are doing good out there. And how are you doing it?
I'm doing good. We worked today.
Yeah.
You didn't even get a chance to get out of your smock.
Exactly.
Wearing his smock to the podcast.
I just, we went from grooming dogs behind you guys to just walking over here and Anthony going, Dad, let's go. Yeah. We got to get this done.
Yeah.
So.
Mets are in a pennant race right now. I don't have time for this.
We don't have time to, trying to cram it all in because, we love talking to you guys about dogs, so,
Yeah, and this is good because we just recently did our ear plucking video. Well, we have a few, but yeah. It's good that now like because in this setting we can now like kind of elaborate a little bit more on the there's a couple of things about ear plucking. It's like apparently this controversial every once in a while.
Listen,
controversy
to pluck or not to pluck. Some people say, listen, does it hurt? Does it not hurt? Is it healthy? Is it unhealthy? Does it make a bad situation worse? Does it make a bad situation better? What does it do? I mean, really, okay. So it is very controversial. We probably get more comments on ear plucking or even ear cleaning videos than any other videos on our Grooming by Rudy channel. And the reason for that is because it looks cruel, and it looks kind of brutal. You're pulling hair out of a dog's ear. Why? Why is that done? Well, the reason why that's done is because all of that hair built up in the ear canal is just trapping moisture, debris, and 9 out of 10 times, if you let it go, when you get water in the ear, you're gonna end up with a bad fungal infection, or you're gonna get if your dog can develop ear mites, and they love to harbor in that hair, so you have to pull it out and clear out the ear canal so that again we can maintain our dog's health.
Yeah, but the comment sections of some of these videos will get a little bit dicey. It's like ear cleanings and nail clips. Just like everybody just thinks they're a groomer out of nowhere, and it's like the funny thing is it's like with ear plucking especially because I guess it takes a while sometimes to do our method. It takes a couple extra minutes. It's nothing crazy, but it's because we do little bits at a time, so that you're not yanking huge clumps of hair out of a dog's ear, and apparently. As if we would post, as if we would abuse a dog to begin with, but as if we would even post us hurting a dog in any way or like making a dog that uncomfortable to achieve a grooming task.
Right.
God, you would think that just some people just really they like YouTube's a funny place sometimes.
Very, very funny.
It's because it's like here we have this happens a lot. It's it's the way comment sections are. Everybody knows that. But like we've put videos up of you being so gentle and caring. Ear pluckings especially.
I try to be.
It has to be done on certain breeds of dog. And like you'll get comments about how cruel you're being.
God, yeah.
And it's like the video is like, you saying, good boy, I love you so much. You're such a good dog. Let me just get this real quick. Boom, boom, boom. Dog not yelping, dog not moving. And somehow it gets like misconstrued as like, or just seen by somebody as like this awful thing that you're doing to help a dog and stop an ear infection.
We get this a lot. I wish I can crawl through this phone and pull the hair out of your ear. It's like, buddy, listen, do that for me.
Do that.
Because I do have hair in my ear. I would love for somebody else to pull it out. You know why? Because it makes it feel better when it's not there. Does it hurt a little? Yeah, it does. But it's not torturous. And get the hair out of my ear. I would love for somebody to come through the phone and pull the hair.
Yeah,
out of my
they
ear.
would. They'd be doing you a favor.
Yeah.
Well, that's like a service. They'd be doing you an ear pluck service.
Yeah, or I'd love to crawl through the phone right now and clip your nails. Thank you. Yeah. They need clipping.
Yeah. Just like the dogs
just
do
like
in
the
the
dogs
video.
do, right? So no, but it's funny that Anthony's mentioning that, because in a groomer's attempt to help a dog, and try to do an ear plucking, which isn't easy, by the way, and especially our method. We take a little longer doing it because if you've seen any of our ear cleaning videos, the one thing I hate is when a groomer or anyone sticks the hemostats in and grabs hair and twists it really, really hard and then pulls. That's a big no-no. And I'm not saying don't use hemostats. You do have to use hemostats, but I would say 75 to 80% of the pulling, use your index finger and your thumb, and you're pulling out small little sections out of that ear, okay? And because you're not pulling out big clumps, because the bigger the clump of hair, the more it's going to hurt. Am I saying it's not, in most dogs, it's not hurting them. Are they maybe a little uncomfortable? Sure. But what's the payoff here? Sometimes you have to go through a little discomfort for health reasons, right? Nobody likes getting their teeth cleaned. I hate going to the dentist. Obviously, but like, I hate going to who likes a cleaning, but you go because you know that your teeth are going to feel better. Your gums are going to stay healthier. Same thing, man. You got to clear that hair out of the ears, or it's going to harbor an infection. You're going to have a bigger problem down the road, and then it's really going to be painful for the dog. Because now if a dog has an ear infection and now you go to pluck the hair out of the ears, well, it's that much more painful now, isn't it? Better to do it, maintain, get that hair out of the ears. And when you do it like every 6 weeks, every 4 to 6 weeks, you tend to like not even really have a lot of hair to pull out.
Yeah, and on top of all of that, since when did I miss a meeting? Did I miss a groomer? Did I miss a groomers meeting? Because since when does every single solitary second of dog grooming have to be this pleasant, amazing experience?
Right.
Some parts of grooming suck.
Yeah.
That's just the truth. Like, here's the thing, too. Baths suck for dogs. Baths aren't all that pleasant for your dog. You know what else sucks? The anal glands.
Absolutely.
That's not a pleasant feeling
None
for
of
the
it is.
dog.
None
so
of it is.
once in a while, and it doesn't even happen on every dog. Relax.
Right. Yes.
I don't know why I'm attacking the comment section, but it's. I guess it was the first thing on my mind. But like sometimes in grooming to stop something bad or worse from happening, the dog might have to go through a tiny bit of discomfort. If the dog was that uncomfortable, they're like in pain. They're going to yelp. They're going to let you know. They're gonna freak out. I don't know. It's just like since when does every aspect of some things suck for the dog?
Yeah.
Some things, but like your job as a groomer is to make it suck the least amount possible.
There you go.
That's like the whole. That's what makes being a groomer so difficult.
Absolutely. Yeah. You're trying on every level to minimize the dog's discomfort. That's why I like doing it with my fingers. I like getting out as much as I can with my fingers in small amounts, as opposed to, and I'm sure you guys have seen it on, on some videos where, you're doing this whole twist and yank. That's terrible. I'm sorry. You don't do it that way. I don't do it that way. That's just my method.
No, see, here's the thing. The twist and yank, the reason why you're against it is because that's not the least uncomfortable version of plucking ear hair.
There's a better way.
Like, if you're against plucking the ear hair, just, okay, stop with that. It's not necessary on every dog, but some dogs, you really do need to do that. That's the reason you don't like that, is because it hurts more than doing it with your, like, look at how much can it hurt? It's at worst, it's mildly unpleasant.
Pull a hair out of your ear. Yeah.
I just shaved them last night.
I have one.
You have plenty.
Here.
Don't. Well, that's not going to help the case here.
Eesh.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, listen, it wasn't It wasn't pleasant.
Okay, well, how many? If you had to guess, look on your finger. Do you have any hairs there?
No, I dropped it.
That's gross.
But I think it went like this over. I went like that over the year end. But here's the thing. You know what? No, it feels good. That I don't have that hair.
You don't have that hair no more. No, but here's the thing. Too. I guarantee you, though, put forceps in there and grab all of it and twist it and yank the whole thing out.
That'll hurt.
You made a good point in the video, the last video that we posted, that it's like yeah, you can get it done in half the time. You can. It does work. You can put forceps in your dog's ear and put all the hair in the forceps and snap it shut and yank the entire thing out, and it'll be done in 2 seconds, and the dog will hate you for it
for the rest of your life.
Yeah. Or you could watch our 6-minute video, and instead of it taking 1 minute, it took 5 extra.
Yeah.
And your dog doesn't, and your dog is going to let you do it more often now because you're not torturing. Like that's, well, I don't know.
Here's the thing. All right, I want let's argue the case though. Okay, a little bit here. Let's say you have a dog that just isn't letting you get near its ears. It's trying to bite you. It's trying to bite the forceps, the hemostats. Forceps. It's trying to bite the hemostats. And it's a real aggressive dog, and let's say it has an ear infection already, and it doesn't want you near the ears. Okay, listen, in that case, and some vets may have to resort to the one quick pull because they're not going to be able to do it the other way. Okay, in that case, I would say yes. Then maybe you have to use the twist and pull method.
And the reason why is because in that specific case, it is the least painful version because the only thing you're left with is you have to put the dog under anesthesia to get the ear hair out. So in that aspect, the forceps are the best thing to go to.
Exactly. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, but what will lessen having to come to that point, right? The point of a dog becoming aggressive, because most dogs, if you get them used to it early, are going to accept it. Okay,
yeah, it's just another part of the process,
right? And then you won't have to worry about them getting an ear infection, or you won't. They'll be so used to it. And believe it or not, this is what happens too. When you start them young and you start to pull the hair out of the ear canal, what happens is the skin in the ear becomes somewhat like tolerable, or maybe a little calcified, where the hair pulls out real easy. It like when you the first couple of times as a puppy, it's a little jarring. Sometimes a puppy will yelp, he hates it. Okay, and maybe it does hurt a little bit, right? But once you get them used to it, and then you keep them on that track of getting it done, often every 4 to 6 weeks, or even more than that if you do it at home. After a while, the skin just becomes very durable. It calcifies a little bit, and the hair literally just pulls right out, and almost no discomfort whatsoever to the dog.
Yeah, so, I've seen it, and we have videos out there of the hair not even making that crinkle sound when when it rips away from the inside. Sometimes it doesn't even make that sound. It just literally kind of just falls out of the air. It just needs some help.
Yeah, right. And in those cases too, you generally don't even need the hemostats. You can literally pull all the hair out with your index finger and your thumb, because it just comes out that easy.
Yeah, the hemostats. The thing is too, and there's another good thing you mentioned in that video last week was that or 2 weeks ago, was like the hemostats too. You really got to be careful. You got to know what you're doing, because there's a lot of curvature. I think you used that word in the video, and it was a good word to use, because there's lots of bumps and curvature in the ear, and if you accidentally lock the forceps onto that, that's something where it's like, try that on yourself.
Yeah, try that. That's terrible. And yeah. And there are different types of hemostats that you can get too. I have the locking ones, but I'm very, very, very careful and very practiced at it. But they have the ones without the locking mechanism. So if you're doing it at home and you're unsure and you absolutely have to use hemostats, maybe get the safer ones that don't have the locking mechanism, because like Anthony said, if you grab onto some inner ear curve and you lock those, forget it. The dog's going to go through the roof.
Here's the thing: you might not get your hemostats back.
Right, you're not.
They're going. The dog's going to go.
Right, dog's gone. Hemostats gone.
Hemostats are gone. And the problem's not going away.
Right.
It's terrible.
You're just going to having a dog running in a circle, a mile a minute. So you want to avoid that at all costs, guys.
Yeah, avoid that. It's a good point though. See, like the hemostats, forceps, forceps, whatever you call them.
Yeah.
It is a simple but important tool to know how to use properly.
Yeah.
Because if it's another, it's not the main reason, but it's another reason why you don't always do it all with forceps. When we're trying to teach on our other YouTube channel on Grooming by Rudy, not everybody even has the skill set necessary to be jamming forceps safely into their dog's ears. So it's a whole nother reason why you like to use the fingers, because the fingers is much safer. Yeah. You're not shoving a tool into the dog's ear. You don't have to worry about how deep you're going. Your fingers aren't going to get in there far enough to hurt the dog, really. I guess depending on how small you are. But it's nothing more than R7 ear powder, being carefully applied to the ear, and then just doing this little motion, and as opposed to the forceps, which is a step up in skill set.
Absolutely, you definitely you need a somewhat of a skill set if you're going to use hemostats or any tool for that matter. But Anthony did mention the ear powder. Okay, so maybe some people don't know what ear powder is. What ear powder is it's a rosin grip. That allows you to grip the hair. It dries out the hair really, really well so that you can get a grip on it and pull that hair out. Kind of the same thing as like a rosin bag that a baseball pitcher uses to throw baseball so you can get a better grip on the ball. Same thing. It's just rosin powder that allows you to grip the hair. So again, that's one of the things that helps you, because without the ear powder, you're a greasy ear, or especially an infected ear, your fingers are just going to slip right off the hair, or the hemostats are going to slip right off the hair, and you're not going to pull anything out. So you're going to need ear powder,
especially when the ear is already infected, because now you're going to have some discharge, and it's like it's the grease. And it's
the
oil,
ear wax,
or if like a lot of pet owners will try to do they'll have a medication that they're putting in there, and it just makes it impossible to grab. Yeah. So the R7 ear, but does it have antiseptic in it too? Do you know?
The ear powder, no, it doesn't.
Is it literally just for grip?
It's literally just for grip.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then you're going to want to follow up with an ear cleaner. So there's a ton of different ear cleaners. There's alcohol-based ear cleaners. There are more natural remedy ear cleaners. You can put one together at home. Check out some of the vet shows. I know one of them talks about using apple cider vinegar with some, like, a tablespoon of boric acid, and like maybe some witch hazel. Some people use green tea. Green tea with apple cider vinegar, I think, was another one with boric acid. But check them out, because there's a lot of home remedies out there too to help keep the ear clean.
Plus, green tea is delicious.
Yeah, you could drink the rest of it, whatever you don't use in the ear. You drink that down. Just don't do the boric acid in the. You're going to clean out your throat.
Yeah, well, you have a clean throat.
You have a clean throat too, so but
might get a little reflux on that though.
Yeah, right. No, but the reason why we're mentioning it, guys, because it's a really important topic. This is really, really important because ear health is so important. A lot of the breeds that are going to suffer with this are just your floppy-eared breeds, right? Like your golden doodles, especially. I haven't met a golden doodle that doesn't have an ear problem.
Always.
You got your golden doodles, your poodles, your cocker spaniels. Your Cavalier spaniels. It's all hair. It's all hair. With a Cavalier spaniel, it's very difficult to pull hair out of a Cavalier spaniel's ear. I never do it, but what I do, and again, we get a lot of, like, how can you do that to that dog? No, listen, I take a blade, I take a 10 blade, and I will clear, or a snap-on guard, or a number 4, and I'll clear some of that inner hair out to allow the ear canal to breathe. And some of you may disagree. I don't care. This is how I do it. And the reason why I do it that way is because I know it works. I've seen a lot of Cavalier Spaniels suffer from a lot of ear problems. But when you clear out a lot of that hair, it just allows the ear canal to breathe, stay dry, not harbor moisture, just less chance of an ear infection.
It's super important. And I was just talking to a customer of ours about this today. who she maintains her dog's ears at home, and I was just telling her, "Oh wow, it's crazy! We just posted a video on that and everything."
Heather.
And yeah, Heather, and they have this. They adopted this, I think, about a year-old pup, and she's doing a great job on it and taking care of him at home and everything. And she was talking about the ears, and the thing is a lot of this is preventative maintenance. It's so that the dog doesn't get an ear infection before, it's so that way you're not, if the dog's ear is already infected, but you might be too far gone at that point. But the point is that if something, like, it's the concept of when people try to cut their own dog's nails at home, all it takes is, especially if the dog is a puppy, all it takes is hurting them one time, and that dog is now going to be very likely not into its feet being touched the rest of its life. The proof that our method with the way we do ears doesn't hurt the dog, and discomfort is not pain, those are two very different things, is that we do it all the time. And the reason I bring up the customer I was speaking with today is that we did a little bit of ear maintenance on her pup that she just got, and that's a puppy. And she does it at home, and the dog lets her do it and lets us do it. So what does that tell you? That tells you that, okay, well, if a nail clip hurts a dog one time and the dog might not let you do it the rest of its life without giving you an issue, but this dog that we just did ears on today at the shop lets us do it, lets her do it, no yelping, no moving, all that. How much can it possibly hurt? Dogs don't work like that. If you hurt a dog, they're going to let you know about it. Yeah, they're not just going to let you hurt them and stand there happily, not shaking, not stressed, not nothing, if something hurts that badly. So it's just, I don't mean to attack the comment section. I don't want it to, like, be, I'm not trying to be a prick about it. But the thing is that comment sections, I have thick skin. We both have thick skin. You kind of have to be on YouTube. But people read comments, and I don't want, somebody at home to take something that somebody who's not a groomer says as fact, and when, I don't know, how some people are. You're on YouTube right now if you're watching us. Sometimes you just go right to the comment section. You don't even watch the video. I do it. You do it. Everybody does that. So this is an important thing, especially with ear plucking, because you can hurt your dog, and we're teaching you how not to. So it's like just that's sort of the proof of it. If you needed any more proof already that we would never hurt a dog, not much less on camera. I don't know, like, we wouldn't hurt a dog to begin with, but that kind of proves that your method is a really, really good method when it comes to ear plucking, because if it wasn't, that dog we did today and any other dog that we do that method on wouldn't let us do it. And that dog not only let us do it, but they all let us do it because it doesn't hurt.
And it's and when you're filming, like we are, when you're filming videos, it's difficult to get the message across. Like, something may look a lot worse than it is, right? So, but I guess the purpose of this episode, or the message that we're trying to get out in this episode, is what is the worst of two evils? Are you going to leave that hair in there, never pluck it, for fear of, having the dog feel any amount of pain, and now he has a really severe ear infection, or she has a really severe ear infection that's long lasting, it can last for months? What's the worst of those two evils? And the answer to that is pluck the hair out of the ears. Okay, that would be the definite answer, because for the 5 minutes of discomfort in pulling that dog's hair out of its ears, just maintaining its health throughout its life. And so that I think is the message that we're trying to get going here. And here, I would opt to not pull the hair out of a lot of different dogs' ears, including dogs that need it. Sometimes if they hate it that much, or if it's too thick, again, I will trim around it. I will still do my best to clean out the ear, maybe get as much hair as I can out. But again, you have to, there's that balance there. There's just that balance of
there's a fine line. And also, if you're watching this and you're actually unsure if your dog breed, if the dog that you have needs their ears plucked or not, let us know in the comments. Well, we do a decent enough job. You run the comment section much better than I do.
At least I answer them.
Yeah, you answer a lot of comments. So let us know if you have you let us know the breed you have, and we'll let you know to the best of our ability if that's a breed that you might want to do some ear plucking maintenance. It's not for every dog. Right. But like you were saying, the floppy-eared dogs, it could really save you a lot of, there's
a lot of grief.
Mild discomfort. I think anybody would take a little bit of mild discomfort over vet visits and medications and ear infections, because
Expense.
that's more than mild discomfort. If your dog's ear gets infected, now it's not mild discomfort, now it's pain.
Yeah.
So I mean, take the extra 5 minutes and use your fingers and pluck the ear
yeah.
if you have that. If
Right.
you know, if you
Yeah,
have,
if you have a Doberman or a German Shepherd, you're not going to
not
have
an
to worry
issue.
about that at all. It's your cockapoos, it's your little mixed breeds, it's your poodles, it's your Bijans, your Shih Tzus. It's those breeds that you're going to have to worry about. But again, even like Anthony was saying, the vet visits can just be so costly. We have had customers that have their dogs with ear infections to the vet monthly. Listen, vets are charging $250, $300 a pop, okay, per visit, not including medication or anything like that. So you really have to stay on top of ears, and just more so than the expense, just the whole fact that you don't want the dog suffering.
And with that said, guys, we really hope this episode helped you. Again, if you are unsure if your dog at home requires the ear plucking method or procedure or whatever you want to call it, just let us know down in the comments, and we'll see if we can help you out there. Definitely go and check out some of our ear cleaning tutorials over at Grooming by Rudy, our other channel, and be sure to subscribe to us there and subscribe to us here, the Grooming by Rudy podcast. It has been a pleasure as always, guys. Until next time, take care.